Hello everyone, I'm General C. Canton host, and today I visited San Agustin Church in Intramuros, Manila for my face-to-face museum experience in art appreciation. This church is not only a religious site but also a historical and artistic landmark. It is known as the oldest stone church in the Philippines, completed in 1607. During the Spanish colonial period, it also recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. When I first saw the exterior of the church, I immediately noticed its simple yet strong facade, unlike other churches with very elaborate fronts. San Agustin exterior looks solid and grounded. The thick stone walls already suggest strength and durability, knowing that this church survived major earthquakes and even the destruction of World War II made me realize how powerful architecture can be. It's not just about beauty, it's also about resilience. As I entered the museum, I was struck by the atmosphere inside. The space feels calm, solemn, and sacred. The lighting is soft and the structure feels grand but peaceful at the same time. This experience made me realize that art is not limited to frame paintings inside galleries. Architecture itself is a powerful form of artistic expression. Painting shows the element of space because the artist created depth on a flat ceiling. It also demonstrates perspective since the images are painted in a way that looks realistic from below. The structure shows symmetry, especially in the alignment of columns and arches. This demonstrates the principle of balance. The balance and symmetry in the design make the entire ceiling look harmonious. Repeated patterns create rhythm, and the soft of blending colors creates unity. One of the most breathtaking features of San Agustin Church is the ceiling painting. When I look up, I see detailed artworks that appears three-dimensional. This painting uses a technique called trompe-l'oeil, which creates an illusion that makes flat surface look curved or sculptured. Even though the ceiling is actually flat, the paintings create the illusion of depth in structure. This demonstrates the element of space because the artists were able to create depth on a dimensional surface. It also shows the principle of perspective. The figures and architectural details are painted in a way that looks realistic from below. The balance and symmetry of the design make the entire ceiling harmonious. Repeated patterns create rhythm, guiding the eyes across the artwork. The soft blending of colors create unity, making everything feel connected. Another important artistic feature is the overall Baroque architectural style of the church. Baroque design is known for grandeur, drama, and ornamentation inside the church. I observed symmetry in the alignment of columns, arches. This symmetry demonstrates the principle of balance. The repetition of arches along the side create rhythms and movement. Throughout the space, the vertical lines of the columns emphasize height and strength. Meanwhile, the warm tones in gold accents add contrast against the neutral stone walls. This contrast helps certain areas, especially the altar, stand out more clearly. The design is not random. Every element works together to create unity and harmony. The retablo or main altar immediately becomes the focal point of the church. This is an example of the principle of emphasis. The gold decoration and intricate carvings draw the viewer's attention right away. Compared to the simpler stone walls, the altar stand out because of its brightness and details. The carved frame also shows texture. Even from a distance, you can see the deep and craftsmanship involved in the sculpture. Looking closely at the sculpture, a religious figure, I noticed the detail, facial expression, and flowing garments. These details show carefully craftsmanship The dedication, the element, and form is clearly visible in the three-dimensional sculpture. They are not flat image, but fully shaped figures that occupy real space. Beyond the artistic elements, this visit will reflect deeply on Filipino history. San Agustin Church represents the strong influence of Spanish colonization of Filipino identity, especially in religion and architecture. Catholicism became deeply embedded in Filipino culture. In this church is physical evidence of that historical transformation. However, instead of seeing it only as a symbol of colonization, I also see it as a symbol of adaptation and resilience. Filipinos embrace and transform this influence into something uniquely their own. The church today is not just Spanish, it is Filipino heritage. One meaningful moment during my visit was standing quietly under the ceiling paintings and imagining how artists created them centuries ago without modern technology. There were no digital tools, no machines, only human skill and patience. It made me appreciate the dedication and mastery required to produce such detailed work. Seeing the churches in person feels very different from viewing photos online. When you are physically represent, you can sense the scales, the resilience in the atmosphere. The space itself affects your emotions. This shows that art is not only visual, it's experiential, it engages not just the eyes, but also feelings and reflection. This visit helped me understand the museum and historical sites are important because they preserve stories. San Agustin Church is not just a structure made of stone, it's a living record of faith, survival, artistic excellence, and cultural identity. And my face-to-face visit to San Agustin Church deepened my understanding of how art, history, and religion are interconnected. The ceiling paintings demonstrate perspective and space. The architecture shows balance, rhythm, and unity. The altar highlights emphasis and textures. Every part of the church reflects careful design and meaningful symbolism. San Agustin Church is more than a tourist destination. It is a living masterpiece that represents Filipino resilience, creativity, and faith across centuries. Through this experience, I learned that art is not only something we observe. It is something we feel, interpret, and connect with. And sometimes the most powerful artworks are not inside glass frames, but also all around is in the space we walk through. Thank you.